It's another fabled city, assumed lost forever. But it's now found, and it's still giving up its secrets.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 historical myths that turned out to be true.
So Maori had whakatoki, which are stories about a giant bird which swooped down and killed children. Europeans didn't believe this.
For this list, we'll be going over the myths from throughout history that have proven true or have a basis in truth over time. If there's a story from history that proved absent from our list, tell us the tale down in the comments. Number 10. The Golden Fleece. In Greek mythology, the hero Jason and his crew sail for the kingdom of Colchis, modern-day Georgia, in search of the legendary Golden Fleece. But while Jason himself may be a legend, the object of his journey may not be. In present-day Georgia, gold deposits are known to wash downstream from mountains in the Svaneti region. Farmers in the area traditionally use sheepskins to strain and capture gold nuggets washed through the rivers and streams. According to historical accounts, this technique has been handed down for thousands of years. It's likely that the original myth of the Golden Fleece originated from accounts of this method of gold discovery.
Get the fleece.
Number 9. The Kraken. Tales of enormous sea creatures have been around since people first sailed the sea. One of the more common myths is of giant tentacled creatures, with the most famous being the Kraken. Usually described as a giant squid, evidence of their existence has been around for centuries, albeit with somewhat spotty details. Sightings in the wild were the stuff of tall tales, although many have washed up on shore dead. However, live specimens have been so rare that it took until 2004 for one to be photographed or recorded.
It's massive.
This giant squid is taller than a two-story house.
Part of this is due to its natural habitat usually being in the ocean depths. Guess they can only be released so often.
Release the Kraken!
Number 8. Svalin. Norse mythology often attributed mythological explanations to natural phenomenon. For instance, rainbows being the bridge of Asgard, or thunder being the sound of Thor's hammer. However, one myth may have predicted or described a surprisingly modern scientific concept, the ozone layer.
The ozone layer acts as Earth's sunscreen, absorbing about 98% of damaging ultraviolet or UV light.
In the poem Grimnisval, Odin describes Svalin, a shield which stands between the sun and the world. Svalin prevents the sun from burning the land below. Its name means cooler. It could just be a coincidence, but the idea that an invisible barrier protects the Earth from the heat of the sun is surprisingly accurate.
Remember this, please. Home.
Number 7. Orichalcum. The history of metals and their mining has always been shrouded in myth.
It was Cadmus that wrought the making of bronze. He knew how to make alloys, special metals, which in the early days of civilization was the beginning of technology.
Just look at ancient sources of tin. No one can agree where it came from. But there's also a near-mythical metal as well, orichalcum. Described as having a gold-like appearance and having a name that translates to gold copper or mountain copper, orichalcum remained a mystery for millennia. It was supposedly found in Atlantis.
It was said that the temple of Poseidon on Atlantis flashed with the red light of orichalcum.
The potential truth behind the myth was also discovered beneath the waves. A sunken ship found off the coast of Sicily, dated at 2,600 years old, contained what is believed to be orichalcum. While not a mined metal itself, the ingots recovered are instead a form of brass, which has the sheen and properties associated with the legendary metal.
The interesting part about this is the composition of the ingots that they found. The metal is 80% copper and 20% zinc. There was other things found in it, but that's the majority of the composition.
Number 6. Puakai. In Maori mythology, legend tells of the puakai, a monstrous bird that could lift humans while flying and even preyed on them. But this wasn't just a bit of folklore from the first human inhabitants of New Zealand. Prior to their arrival, the islands were home to numerous large birds, due to a lack of larger predators. One of those was the Haast's eagle.
And here we have the first bones of this giant eagle that were ever found.
With an 8-foot wingspan and an average weight of around 30 pounds, Haast's eagle may not have been large enough to carry off an adult, but small children certainly.
And if it could take down a 200-kilo moa, it would probably quite easily attack a human.
Once its prey was hunted to extinction by the Maori upon their arrival, so too went these raptors.
We can only surmise that they died out because of the fact that their major prey, the moa, became extinct. And in fact, we know that they probably became extinct at precisely the same time as the moa became extinct.
Number 5. Atlantis.
An ancient structure bears a striking resemblance to a stone staircase. But is it natural or man-made?
No one has definitely proven the existence of Atlantis. We're not wearing tinfoil hats here. The legend of Atlantis, an island that sank into the sea through some unspecified disaster, is an enduring part of mythology and pop culture even today.
It was the time of great prosperity and technological advancement. We had unlocked the secret of unlimited energy at a time when the rest of the world still thought the Earth was flat.
Like some of the best stories, though, it's rooted in truth. Several Mediterranean islands were sunk or rapidly destroyed by geological disasters in ancient times. These include Haliki, which was submerged by an earthquake and tsunami, as well as Santorini, which was once a single-island volcano until it erupted. These and other disasters could very well have inspired Plato's original tale of Atlantis.
There is a huge amount of unrecorded human history beneath the ocean surface that we don't know very much about at all.
Number 4. Star over Korea. In 1437, Korean astronomers were surprised to discover an unusually bright new star in the sky. Its sudden appearance lasted for 2 weeks before it disappeared again. Some considered it an event of religious significance, while others suspected it was a star being created. In 2017, modern astronomers discovered the true story. The explosive star was in the constellation of Scorpius. It wasn't a star being born, but actually one's death in the form of a nova. A nova occurs when a dense white dwarf draws in the mass of a nearby star, which superheats to create a massive fusion reaction.
This borrowed hydrogen undergoes fusion, which causes it to brighten up significantly, pumping up to 100,000 times more energy off into space.
Certainly an awe-inspiring event, regardless of its origins. Number 3. Milky Seas. Strange tales from sailors aren't limited to just creatures beneath the waves. Sea travelers have also described a phenomenon called the Milky Seas effect, or sometimes Mariel. According to accounts, huge stretches of ocean become illuminated, appearing like white or blue fluffy clouds or snow. The origin of this phenomenon was only confirmed in 1985, when a sample was taken of the water during one event. It turns out that billions of bioluminescent bacteria are responsible.
The reason scientists didn't know about it is they didn't think it was possible for that many microorganisms to be in one place doing something together.
While not totally understood, the Milky Seas certainly turned out to be more than just spilled milk.
What causes this? The truth is they don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know how it forms. We don't know what the conditions are. But what we do know is that it does happen.
Number 2. Weapons strengthened by spirits of the dead. The Vikings were intimidating warriors all on their own, but they also believed strongly that the gods and their fallen kin gave them strength in battle.
God help us.
Some held that the spirits of their ancestors imbued their weapons with strength. While this may seem like poetic license common among warrior cultures, it's surprisingly true. There's evidence that Iron Age Scandinavian smiths used remains of the dead in crafting weapons. The carbon in the bones actually improved the quality of the iron, creating a rudimentary form of steel. They thought that they were performing magic, but they were really doing science.
My death comes without apology, and I welcome the Valkyries Summon me home!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Troy. The city of Troy is a staple of Greek mythology, featuring prominently in stories like Homer's Iliad. For millennia, many believed that Troy was as mythical as the stories told about it. However, in the 19th century, archaeologists uncovered ruins in Hisarlik in modern Turkey.
Homer left clues to the location of Troy throughout the Iliad, and the details are so precise that many historians believe he was talking about an actual place.
These ruins closely match the geographical hallmarks Homer uses to describe Troy's location. Evidence suggests at least 9 different cities may have been built over successive generations on the site.
The strategic importance of the site means it is occupied for a total of 3,500 years before finally being deserted.
While the authenticity of the events of the Trojan War may never be confirmed, we at least know that Homer was writing about a real city. We're still hoping to uncover a proverbial or literal Trojan horse, though.
What is this? An offering to Poseidon. The Greeks are praying for a safe return home. This is a gift. We should take it to the temple of Poseidon.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.